Hi guys, welcome to my Barrels desktop tutorial. In this video I'm gonna show you the features and the news of Barrels Desktop 9 supporting Mac Mavericks operating system. This virtualization software allows you to run other operating systems on your Mac computer. It's mainly used to run Windows on a virtual machine, but it can be used also to run other operating systems like Linux. So after downloading a trial version from here, you're good to go and you can create your virtual machine. To create a new virtual machine, we need to go to File, New, and as you can see there are several options available, like installing Windows or another operating system from a DVD or image file, migrate Windows from a PC, and or download a series of new installs like Windows 8.1 Preview, Chrome operating system, Ubuntu free. Now I have already downloaded previously an image file of Ubuntu 13.10, and so we're gonna use that. So I'm gonna click here and then continue. In Ubuntu image file, you have several choices here for an express installation. Uh, okay, I'm gonna add the password here. Otherwise, it won't let me go ahead. At this point, we're good to go, and the creation of the new virtual machine got started. As you're seeing, the setup wizard starts as if it was a physical operating system. Nothing is different on this point of view. It's gonna take a while, so I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to show you the main phases of the setup procedure. The setup wizard is gonna get started, and in a few we'll be good to go and we'll be allowed to start the actual setup procedure. So as you can see, the installation is complete and we can start our virtual machine. Okay, there we go. here a series of services are being added. And here in the home folder you can see my Mac folders accessible from here. Of course I won't show you what I got in my Mac. As you can see, the software updater pops up saying there are updates released since Ubuntu was uh, released for download, and asks me if I want to install them. So I'm gonna install them now. Okay. Now, a difference between this latest versions and previous versions of Parallels Desktop is the improved mouse capture. Now, as you can see, I can point the mouse outside the virtual machine and inside without having to click buttons or doing anything. Before, if you wanted to go out of the virtual machine and go back to the Mac environment, you had to click Control and Alt at the same time. This is a big improvement and a real hassle spared to the user. The user can choose among several kinds of visualizations in Parallels Desktop. One of these is Coherence. To activate it with Linux, you first have to install the classic desktop here. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Practically, if we click here, enter Coherence, you're gonna see that Mac and Linux merged together as if they were one single operating system, and Mac applications and Ubuntu environment are side by side. Of course, clicking here, I can access my devices in Linux and my files. That's not the solution I personally prefer. It's kind of confusing in my opinion, but it can be useful if you don't want to skip from one window to another one. Alright, another visualization you can have here is modality. To show you that, let me first go back to the normal Linux desktop. Okay, now we're back to the normal Linux environment, and we can try use modality Modality allows you to work with both your virtual machine and your Mac at the same time. In fact, I can keep two windows side by side at the same time and work with both of them. I can even drag and drop files from one window to another one, for example. Like this. Or like this. This is a great improvement in confront with the previous versions because now it's way easier to work with both operating systems at the same time, dragging and dropping files from a window to another one, and very easily and very straightforward. Another way we can use Parallels Desktop is the single window visualization, which means that Parallels Desktop is viewed in a different and distinguished window from your Mac applications. In fact, you'll see here you have Parallels Desktop and here you have all the other applications. That's the view I normally use because it's less confusing and I think it's more efficient and productive. Another interesting way to use your virtual machine is the full screen. In fact, if you play, for example, a video game, you want to have the uh, monitor in full screen as if that was the physical system you're using. To do that, all you have to do is enter full screen here, and that's what you have here. All you have to do to access full screen is clicking with the mouse on the upper part of the screen where the macOS upper bar will show. At this point you can click here, view, and choose exit full screen as I'm doing right now. Okay, here we go back to a normal visualization. Parallels Desktop 9 performs surely better than the previous versions, and to show this to you, I'm gonna show you how Parallels Desktop performs running a video game on the virtual machine. One of the biggest downsides of Parallels Desktop is that it can sensibly slow down your Mac sometimes while it's executing. In fact, as you can see, my iMac is kind of slowing down and I have all of these open processes here counting for at least 100 megabytes of RAM memory occupied by Parallels Desktop. My last task will be to show you how a video game performs on Parallels Desktop. And to do this, I'm gonna play Halo Combat Evolved in full screen. Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, my final consideration about Parallels Desktop, it's very helpful and reliable virtualization software, probably the best one actually available on the market. But its downsides are mainly two. First downside is its price. In fact, it costs $79.99 or $49.99 if you upgrade to an older version. This can be kind of affordable for corporate users and companies who will surely consider favorably a software like this. In fact, the coming end of Windows XP by April 2014 will surely force the companies into performing a series of migration activities to new operating system. And in the meantime, a virtual machine realized with Parallels Desktop can be a very useful solution, at least in for the first times. For all concerning whole users, all depends on what you got to do with the virtual machine. If you need a virtual machine only to open certain Windows files or like text files or to run programs that don't have a Mac version, uh, a solution like VirtualBox that's freeware and open source can surely be suitable to you. On the other hand, if you need to do something a little more demanding that can really put the computer to the test, you'd better think of a Parallels desktop, because even though it's kind of pricey, it's money well spent. Well, that's all I had to say about Parallels desktop. Mm, I thank you for your time and your patience, and I hope I can soon be online again with new posts and video tutorials for you. Meantime, I thank you for your time and have a great day. Bye.